'Cause you had a bad day. You're taking something down. You done about a bad at a better day. I love that song, bro. It's called You Had a Bad Day, probably. Or not. What is this titty game they keep trying to get me to look at? We'll take a look. Tyr and the Library of Labyrinths. Is this? Oh, it is. Look at this. Sexual content, nudity, JRPG. Why is that in my top? Like, literally, this is the only thing I have. Look at my own games. Okay, well, this isn't fair. I don't remember buying these. But I guess I downloaded GOG for Breath of Fire 4 because I heard it was better. Also, I wonder if the Jade Empire version works. And then I get Breath of Fire 4, and the number one thing, and it doesn't even refresh. It's the sex nudity JRPG, the most similar game to Breath of Fire 4. I have to tell you, bro. Think that's cope. I reached 25 hours played. Bruh, probably not realistically. Let me turn off. It says you might allow players to cheat on their spouse in the future. Oh, yeah, he had a bunch of interviews in the past that he wanted the game to be darker, but he accidentally made it really cozy. He wanted to let you get couples divorced so you can marry them and stuff like that. All right, let's go. You guys ready? Y'all ready for this? Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Let's play. No, wait, don't play. I gotta close it now. I've been replaying Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII. I fucking love that game. Oh! Love that game. Happy Wednesday, Bromingo. How you doing, Kai? Bradley whoever you could be. What's the last RPG you've played? So Kai, I didn't even do this on purpose, but I have went through the process. Sorry, is my controller on? This is that game. You have to have the controller on before you launch or it won't read it. I played Final Fantasy VII, not the remake. You know, I played the original Final Fantasy VII maybe a month, maybe 2 months ago max. I just played the whole thing. It was freaking phenomenal. Then I just streamed all of Final Fantasy 12. Me and Chelsea are currently streaming Final Fantasy 10, and I'm currently playing Final Fantasy 8. I'm like, I was just like, what sounds fun right now? And it turns out I've played every single PlayStation version of Final Fantasy. Where are we at? 1708, 1732. Wait. Oh, we were so close. 1738. 8. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. All right, let's go in. Turned 8 on the other day. Couldn't stand the graphics. Went to 9, and it felt right. Did you play old 8? Well, to be fair, if you're looking at the originals, 9 does have better like fidelity of graphics. This doesn't feel right. Am I supposed to be here? I don't remember being on a boat. I do remember being on a boat. Okay, I do remember being on a boat yesterday. We don't have access to the boat yet, but we are currently sailing to an area. Okay. I wonder if there's a way I could just double check. Yeah, this is probably right. 8 is like my... I think I've decided I like 8 more than any other Final Fantasy game. I am playing the remaster, but that's only because I just haven't played the remaster and I bought it, so I figured I might as well play that version. Golden Sun is still in my heart. Still your most recent, Baby's First RPG. I actually think I'm making a top 10 RPG list again, just because it sounds fun, and I'm not really covering anything right now. Like, besides Starbites, but that's still, like, about a week away. Although I should check to see if it has its, stuff. Let's look at, I gotta be careful. No, actually I don't. That's right. I have safe search on Starbites. I want to see if there's a demo. But Golden Sun, I think I'm gonna put on the list. 8 days, still no demo. They announced a demo and then they never released it. So I don't know. Maybe there was some sort of exclusivity deal or it wasn't ready. But Golden Sun, I think, has like one of just the straight up best combats in any RPG. Like, the older I get, the more I think that game is like incredibly good in terms of like it has fun little puzzles and that kind of stuff. But just the Jin system, where if you equip these Jins, but like if you equip these Jins, your class changes, right? You could put all the earth on the earth guy, but you could put water and fire on the earth guy and get like some combination class that none of the other characters could be, and you can get even access to fire magic that the fire guy doesn't get. As like, so you could make these custom classes in a way, but at the same time, all these Jins have abilities, so you could use them, and by using them, you change their classes. And so it's like there's so I don't think you need to get into the depth that much, but I accidentally or not, I feel like they made such a deep combat system. Then you use all the Jin, and then you could summon them, and then you could use big attacks like that. It's just like it's so, and the items, they're enchanted items. You could like use items in combat and shit. It was just like, it's such a good game. I think it could make top 10. Nina's up in the crow's neck. Am I supposed to talk to Nina? I'm trying, well, buddy. All right, Urshan wants me to talk to Urshan. Hello? Did you read the map wrong? What are you talking about, bro? Can you explain why 8 is in your top? 7 is the go-to. 9 is the last PS1 great. Well, I don't know how much we've talked about this in recent times, but I don't really like Final Fantasy IX, almost like at all. Like it's definitely it's the only one that I have no interest in playing again. Having played it, I probably played it 2 years ago at this point when I was 31. I could probably look it up. It's probably on the YouTube channel. But it might have been on Twitch. I might have been streaming on Twitch at the time. Is there any? All right, let me just open a new tab here. Go to the YouTube channel. So I don't like 9 particularly. I don't think 9's a bad game. I just think it's way worse than 7, 8, and 10. And 8 is just it's hard to express exactly why 8 is so good. I think because I don't think it's as good as 7 for the first disc potentially. Like the first disc, especially Midgar of Final Fantasy 7, is maybe literally the greatest game ever made. It just like its pacing is so perfect. Its combat is just solid. It's not like complex, but the materia system is still fun and early. You get to mess with it a little bit. You get to do some stuff, but like the story and the pacing of Final Fantasy 7 on the first disc is just like so peak. But then Final Fantasy 8 is easily the funniest of all the games. And it has, for me, the most fun progression systems. I like the junctioning system. I know it's easy to break, but the game just has a lot of nuance to it. I personally really like the story. It has the best music of any Final Fantasy. I'll say that confidently. It has a, yeah, and then in a sense, it's just like, it just feels so good to play for me. I don't think it's objective, probably. I think it'd be, no one agrees with me, so it's probably not objective. Let's look up Final Fantasy 9. Let's just look up 9. So I beat Ozma 2019. That was 7 years ago. Oh my God. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think, oh, this is, first of all, am I just playing Final Fantasy VIII or am I watching videos? What's going on? Oh, here we go. I guess this isn't the Ozma fight. Let's hear if I have thoughts on this. Maybe I like the game more than I thought I did.
Like, they did a particularly bad job with Dagger, and she's a corner character, which is kind of...
Okay, I'll pause it. The very first fucking thing I say is something I don't like. I think I remember how I felt.
I thought the main character really was Vivi.
Vivi's the main character. Lamphy, tell him. Lamphy only likes Vivi.
I do like Vivi in Final Fantasy IX, honestly.
Fantasy Vivi was the name of the game, right? Yeah, sorry, VIVI. Actually, what does that add up to? That's like... That's not how you... He's
Oh, is that Seth? Was Seth there when I was streaming Final Fantasy 9? Maybe. I don't remember that at all. But yeah, I think 8 has the best music. I think 8 has a really fun junctioning system. I think 8 has a very enjoyable story. I think 8 is the funniest. 8 is very funny. If you don't remember, like when you play through 8 and you're like taking your time and you're going through and you're seeing all the side dialogue, the game's fucking funny. All right. We are old men, brother, turning 35 in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm 33, I guess. So we're getting there. The age at which I legally have to consider life insurance. Oh, is there life insurance at 35? Like you have to reject it or whatever? Or, honestly, I don't know how about life insurance works other than like you get it through work, right? Golden Sun is a lot of depth randomly, but my old man brain couldn't handle the amount of random encounters. I will say that's one of the reasons why I play RPGs like this. Although I will say I have ×3 speed on Final Fantasy 7. And I used it a lot, and same with Final Fantasy 12. Same with Final Fantasy 8. It helps you get through those. I don't have it in Breath of Fire 4 though. Seth does suck, but not really. He's a coolio. Oh yeah, I like Seth. Seth is still a buddy. We play classic WoW and stuff sometimes. We're excited for Path of Exile 2 though. That's the next big thing. Looks like we ended up exactly where we don't want to be. Blast! How could I have let this happen? We've come close to an island called the Island of Fire. The sea around here is said to be haunted by some kind of monster. They say there's a powerful spirit. God, that NPC, bro, fucking scares me. That's the only... There's him and his brother, who I assume, because they look identical, are the only NPCs that look exactly like that in the whole game. A lot of ships have been lost there. So until the god of the island changes his mind and makes the wind blow again, we're stuck here. All right, it changes his mind. Spirit, god of the island. What do you think, Ryu? Sounds like it might be an avatar of one of the dragons. Excuse me, Zig. You think we could go to this island? Are you mad, lad? Well, I don't see why not, but are you too sure you want to? I mean, you heard what we said, right? Don't exactly think it's a safe place, you know? If you really want to go, we could let you use the dinghy. Iggy, get him on that dinghy. Come talk to me when you're ready to go to the island. I'll get the dinghy out for you. Always hopping on his dinghy, bro. All right, this is definitely the right save, by the way. I don't remember any of this. You ready to go to the island? You want me to get the dinghy ready? Yeah, give me that dinghy. All right, let's go then. I'm in. You can go ashore from this cove. Let's do it. What about that haunted ship right there? That's cool. What about that? Yeah, we already know there's ghosts. We've been every like 10 seconds they have a ghost and everyone forgets that ghost exists. Oh, okay. I now understand. I kind of like this. I don't know if they're trying to fight me or not. What the hell we got here? Alright, you rock your body like a cyclone, make them rejuvenate. Now we're at full HP. Round. Can we take Ryu out of the battle party? He doesn't seem that good right now. If you don't use the dragon form, he seems a lot worse. Transfer. All right. There's a lot of bad skills in this game, I'll tell you that. This game had sweet spread of Nintendo power. Remember loving the art style? I think I played 2 or 3. Like, I'm of two minds. and they're both negative. All right, so I'm trying to figure out how to judge this game. Here's the thing: if you judge it based on today's standards, it's clearly lacking depth in presentation and stuff. It has some style. There's no doubt about that. I don't want to pretend like it doesn't. But it's if you judge it by today's standards, I feel like it's a little lacking. If you judge it by the standards of which it came out, this came out after Final Fantasy VII, and I'm like, well, it's not. They're not even competing, you know, with that. So I don't know. The game is like totally fine, but it's definitely not one of the greats in my opinion. But I hear everyone says 3 is way better. I did not know that. I played number 4 because I heard 4 was the good one. I don't know if I saw it on Reddit or if I saw it on Discord or what, but I was under the impression everyone loved 4 the most. Oh, just bring me all down to 1 HP, huh? I guess it can't kill us. But so I still, yeah, that's basically where I'm at. Still, these healing herbs are still good. Healing herbs. Let's get do you have the ability to do AoE damage? I'm sorry, I'm menuing all wrong. Let's get Ryu out of here and use you. Rock your body like a cyclone. These guys they're not really doing anything. This game had a, oh, sorry, a sweet spread. All right. I wonder if that means all directions. So it's still not a perfect thing because it'll only tell if you're standing next to one, but it won't give you the direction, right? And now that one told me after I already hit it. Oh, interesting. So you have to go around this way. Maybe you gotta wait for it to update. Well, it doesn't tell you the direction. What kind of will-o-wisp is still a piece of shit? Cyclone him. Firewind. My brain functions like, wow, how did they do this at that time? Then it brings me to the old man conversation. Why do games now not feel like this anymore? It's true, like, but still, like, this came out in the era of Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII. So I'm like, how do they do it? I'm like, well, I'm more like, how the fuck did Final Fantasy VII do it? Final Fantasy VIII is such a fucking amazing game that I feel like people don't put the respect on it deserves. If you think about how unbelievably godly, one, I think it still stands up good in general, but how unbelievably godly the visuals are for that time, how fucking crazy these cutscenes are that are like the camera changes, the being able to move in cutscenes, so much stuff. All right. Nice. A burnt plug. Damn, that was fucking worth it. Every chest in this game has been shit so far. Fuck. It doesn't tell you the direction, this useless piece of shit. Maybe it, oh, maybe it has to do with these guys? I don't know. Tapping towards a direction, but not. Move towards it. Try tapping towards direction. Oh, maybe it is relevant to the direction you're facing. That would be peak. Well, but it's not because it's been red and I've continued walking forward. But you're absolutely right about like I think about the great RPGs. Like, what is the greatest RPG to come out recently? To be fair, there's been 2 great RPGs to come out. Okay, let's give 1, 2, 3. There might be 3 great RPGs that came out recently, semi-recently in the last couple years, where it's obviously Expedition 33, right? Which I don't love. I do love it, but I don't love it as much as other people love it. But so Expedition 33, Metaphor ReFantazio, which was my game of the year, and Chained Echoes, which is also in a top 10 of all time. Okay. Okay. That's my bad. I thought we had already walked that way. Also, the controls in this game are kind of bad, so because everything's always at an angle. You have, and I'm using a thumbstick. It's hard to like. I have to use the thumbstick at an angle, so the whole game is a little annoying to walk in. Oh, there's another chest, huh? Thanks for that tidbit. Yeah, diagonal's super wonky to like have the entire game set at an angle. I mean, it makes it for a more interesting camera angle, but it is also very annoying trying to actually walk around. Simone. We're just gonna use all of our AP before the boss. We're fine with that. I don't even care. Well, what the fuck are you talking about? There has to be a way through. He said, immediately finding it. Ring of Fire. Down, down, down in a burning ring of... Hopefully this doesn't just make me resistant to stupid fire damage. Your HP is restored by fire attacks. Who cares? Who cares? How come all the equipment and chests in this game have been so boring? We'll give it to you though. Maybe, I mean, I assume they're giving that to us because we're gonna fight someone that breathes fire in this coming up room or something. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Easy, bro. All you have to do is fail 10 times. Fully understand the Expedition 33 experience. For a guy like yourself, you must have broke that game pretty fast. Even I, with my limited skills, found combos that wiped out a boss. Story was the draw. Yeah, that's kind of where I get the most shit for, is because I didn't think the story. I think the story is fine. I think it depends. I think this is what I say. Now let me think. I just had a big argument on stream about this the other day. I think that the plot of the game, like the actual plot points that happen, aren't very good. I think the first act, chapter 1, whatever the first, you know, is actually like 10, almost 10 out of 10. Then I think it gets a little bit worse, and then I think the whole ending is kind of bad. I don't think the twist is good. I think the twist is just a rebaked version of Star Ocean 3, and I didn't like it in Star Ocean 3. I also think that a lot of the actions, a lot of the characters take, especially the Paintress, especially Painted Renoir, especially like even Mael, Cleo, in a sense, I think a lot of the things they do don't make any sense and are stupid. I think, but it has an unparalleled, maybe best ever made of all time. Like, it may be the best video game of all time in terms of like presentation and storytelling. The acting is fucking 10 out of 10. The visuals, the facial expressions, the writing, this shit's all like 10 out of 10, high quality, super unbelievably godly, I think, in terms of like telling. So the storytelling, I think, is like next level, 10 out of 10. But I think the plot itself, for me, I was like not only did I not resonate with it, I felt like there were plot holes and characters seemed dumb. Which no one agrees with. No, literally no one else in the world agrees with, but whatever. I will just, I think what I think, and I'm not a grifter, but no one agrees. So I'm probably wrong, but it is how I feel. The gameplay was very fun, but I don't like a dodge button on my controller for a turn-based RPG. I think it just fucks up the balance, like exactly like we saw, right? Are you attacking? You attack randomly? I don't know. Interesting. I think it's exactly what You said if you have a button that says like avoid all damage, it means you don't need to invest in defenses. You could just invest directly in all damage output, because like if you're playing on a harder difficulty, even if you have defenses, you still die in one shot. So you might as well put it all in the damage, and then you trivialize the game. So I think Expedition 33 is totally fine for having the dodge parry mechanic. I think that's actually totally reasonable, but I don't want it in a bunch of games. It's definitely much less preferred to me than I would rather have button presses, interactive combat to deal more damage, not to avoid damage. It got a bit too twisty. At the end, it all felt like focused on one character. Yeah, it was focused on one character, but I also feel like, well, it's like, this is kind of one of my things, is the Paintress is essentially just like an idiot. In my opinion, it's the mom, and I know she's grieving, and like, listen, I know she's grieving and that she's not thinking logically, but she seems like in this instance of life, she's a bad mother. All right, spoilers. All right, spoilers for Expedition 33. I think she seems like a bad mother, obviously putting her needs above that of everybody else's, and just in deep in grieving. On top of that, everything she does seems to make no sense. What does she want more than anything? So she wants the painting to stay alive. So does everyone in Lumiere, right? They live here. She wants to live here, basically. She starts writing numbers on this pillar instead of, and no context, no words. We know people can write words. Mael writes words. She writes, "Daddy, you're a piece of shit." I don't remember exactly what she wrote, but Mael overwrote that at some point. Instead of the 33, she put, "Daddy, you leave," something like that, right? And so we know that she could have been a little more concise, or, a little more, maybe a little less concise with her words. But she just wrote a number out of context, and she immediately turned every single ally in the game into their number one goal is to kill her. She's on the same side as the people of Lumiere, but they all want to kill her because they don't know the context. And she did the only thing that really, really screwed that up. And in order to clear the air, all right, I messed this up. They don't understand. I have an idea. I will send out an envoy. This is Painted Renoir. I will send out an envoy. And what does he do? Instead of trying to, again, they're on the same side. Instead of trying to work together, she just sends them out to kill all of the expeditions because they might be able to reach her and kick her out one day. Like, you're missing the goal, bro. The goal is that you're on the same side. What are you doing? And why isn't Painted Renoir killing Nevrons? Nevrons are the direct enemy of the Paintress. The Nevrons are the enemy of the Paintress, right? Cleo put the Nevrons in there to absorb, the whole reason they crystallize, right? The Nevrons crystallize the power. So the way it works is she's using her painted power to create these people. Renoir is using it to destroy people. And as the Nevrons kill things, they trap the power. The Nevrons being an enemy makes sense. They trap the power so it can't go back to the Paintress because no one can do that, right? And so eventually her power is weakening over time because the Nevrons are stealing more of the available power in the painting. And that's what Cleo wants. Cleo makes sense. She wants everyone out of the fucking painting to get on with their battle with the writers, or I think it was the writers. It was some other art form. But Painted Renoir works with the Nevrons. He really, really should want the Nevrons to not be killing the expedition because it goes directly against what he and the Paintress want. But he uses the Nevrons to attack expeditions or something. To me, it feels like the game does a couple things like this where you have context at the end. And maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But I feel like they do really, really cool, badass cinematic things that with perspective of the end of the game don't really make sense. They just is listen, this might not make sense contextually within the story. This might be a bad decision, a silly decision, but it's visually very cool. And in the moment, it feels badass. When you go up to the thing first time, Renoir starts killing people, the Nevrons start attacking, and they're all working together. Why is he with the Nevrons? This, that. That feels like it makes a lot of sense, okay? But it's and also, why is the curator killing Nevrons? You would think that unless they could kill Mael. I don't think she would be stuck in there though. But It just like a lot of these things, I'm like, what? This isn't making sense to me. But let's talk about Breath of Fire 4. Hello, are you on the Sea Dragon? No. Diaz is wondering if this is even one of the Endless. No, it's just a rock, bro. Reused enemy. Nope, it's not one of the Endless. It doesn't have any of the right feel to it, says Diaz. Huh? You not got sacrifice? You talk funny, you make fun of me? Me kill humans? We're not humans, bro. This guy is dumb. He says humans? First of all, what human has a tail? What human has angel wings? What human is actually a dog? What human is a robot? What human... I mean, Ryu could be a human, but he's a dragon. But there's no one else you could even mistake as a human. So, sorry. He's a dummy. Let's go with... let's get you out of the party. You're gonna last resort because it's scary. I want you to... Actually, could you do... What happens if you protect? What happens if you protect you? And then he comes in and last resorts. Does that give you extra defense to that? I don't know. Oh, we had to bring Ryu out. We gotta change into the dragon. Go ahead and become the Kaiser Dragon. Tell me you have a firm opinions about Expedition 33. Shows them this stream. Look, I like Expedition 33. I think it's a 7 or 8 out of 10 game, but it's one of those things where it wins every game award and everyone talks about how it's literally the greatest RPG of all time, which a lot of people do. A lot of people have said it's literally the greatest JRPG of all time. And that's where I'm like, listen, I gotta push back. I think it's really good. What, you think it's better than Final Fantasy VIII? When I say Final Fantasy VIII is better than Expedition 33, no part of my mind is thinking that's subjective, though. I'll be honest. I'm not thinking I'm being fair there. Why can't the dragon move? Do you get stuck in your spot, or is the Kaiser Dragon different? I would like you to Shining Blade. Well, it would be nice if you had some fucking AoE. I guess we're just gonna... Fire Blast. Fire Blast. You're probably gonna die, but that's okay. I want you to Cyclone. The dragon moves on its own? You don't need to succeed at the parry dodge. You can ignore the parry dodge system. In the early game, you can't. In the mid game, it becomes iffy. And by the late game, you completely ignore it because you just deal so much damage, right? You deal 100 million damage in one shot the super boss. So it's like there's no... The dodge parry system I don't think is bad, but it's not my ideal, you know. It wins not for being a great JRPG of all time, journalists and tubers being dumb. What it is though is a return to a classic video game design. I mean, I thought it was, yeah, like I would much prefer another 100 Expedition 33s than 100 Final Fantasy 15, 16s. Ain't no doubt about that. Until you collect all the other dragon crystals. All right, I wish they would have told me that. Still though, it's probably like irrelevantly strong. So you have your thing up. So you're gonna use special. We're just gonna kill this guy. How about that? Let's go ahead and do Shining Blade. Let's do super combo. Now I have to get ready to press ZXCV because I don't ZXCV because it doesn't show me the right things. C V C Z X V. It would be so much easier if it just showed me right. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. We would have hit that 5,000 potentially. Well, I guess it depends on our last character. Oh, AI just spans the breath. Okay, easy. If someone wants to say Expedition 33 is in the top 30 JRPGs of all time, I think that might be fair. I think it's better. I think Final Fantasy VIII is better, but there's no objective. There's no me being objective there. You're right. This is a perfect example. I don't think Final Fantasy VIII is better than Expedition 33. I enjoy Final Fantasy VIII. I like Final Fantasy VIII more than I like Expedition 33. But I don't want to pretend that's objective. We're out, bro. I guess you might as well do the risky shot then. And then you could do the Shining Blade, and then his breath attack should still... I don't know if his breath attack can combo. Wow, that actually... Super combo might be shit. Yeah, you should be able to combo with that, but I guess you can't. I do think Expedition 33 has some... So I think this is what makes me so upset about it. Not upset. Upset's is too strong of a word. But this is what makes me so animated about it, is that Expedition 33 gets really, really praised for its story for a lot of good reason. But I also feel like people ignore the very obvious, what I consider like plot holes. Or like at least they... Yeah, I feel like they ignore parts that I think are really important. That's all. Then I'm like, hey, but what about this? You got some skill. Wisdom Fruit Light Bangle. Got him. Your CS doesn't have the weapon that hits twice. So probably not. I'm probably not going to use them, honestly. Oh, yeah, no, I removed his ability that hits his weapon that hits twice. I just got sick of the low number. I couldn't stand it anymore. Since Ryu is not whole, since there are two of him, the balance of power may be out of whack. The name of this game is Breath of Fire 4. I don't think there's a subtitle. Good JRPG stopped coming out around 2009? What? So after playing so many boring JRPGs? What are you talking about? Fucking the greatest RPGs of all time are after 2009. A lot of them, you know. Persona 6 isn't out. Persona 5, Dragon Quest 11, Metaphor ReFantazio, Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Both of them, right? Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth. There's so many. Unicorn Overlord. These games are a fucking peak, bro. You're crazy. You've lost your mind. Those games are so good. Wonder if this is gonna be our boat. Wonder if we fix this up. Yeah, well, I guess what was the last JRPG? That was great. Take me down. Take me down. I thought when you said Cius, you were talking about that lady. Cius, there's like Cius, then there's Dias, and then there's the lady I don't remember the name of. Ah, we absorbed that. You fool! On 1/3 of our party, they just went from max HP to max HP. I do love that attack hitting everybody. It makes me feel like you should be my main character. She seems, if she'd been so OP earlier in the game. Maybe she still is, I guess. Eye Stalk? This guy's name, I know he's a stalk of an eye. He's an eye stalk, but it makes him sound like he's a stalker. I stalk you. Now you're glad you got that Ring of Fire? Damn right. Peak. I thought this is the way I was supposed to go. I guess it was. I thought that was a cave from my perspective. We did it. Yes. Well, we killed your god. It wasn't a god, it was just a big rock with like 6,000 HP. You probably could have just hit him with his boat, done that much damage. So it had the power over wind, it seems like. Anything that gets affected by the aura of an endless like that is nothing but trouble. Yeah, no, you're right. It is the game is starting to drag a little bit. Like, instead of having nice, precise goals, you know, so here's the thing. This is the kind of thing that kind of annoys me in RPGs, which they do a lot to add a little bit of length, but I think there's right ways to do it and wrong ways to do it. This last like hour and a half has been kind of the wrong way, I think. But it's like we're over here, we need to get to the other side, right? We decide we need to get a boat. We go, we find the boat. The boat guy says, well, we're not just gonna give you our boat. You gotta go to the sea goddess to get permission to ride our boat. So it's like, all right, so now we gotta do a thing to get on the boat. Okay, sure. Then you get the sea goddess's blessing by doing a dungeon. Then you come back and he's like, well, I'm not gonna let women on the boat. So now you gotta do a series of mini games, a series of like little story fights to get on the boat again. Okay, you do that. Then you get on the boat, halfway through, you have this little side dungeon. It's like our goal is still we want to be on the other side. That's where the story takes place. This is all just like padding, it feels like, you know? Persona's gameplay loop's annoying to you. It's got one of, in my opinion, maybe the best gameplay loop. If you take a whole game as a whole, it's maybe the best. You're insane, Rybread. You're insane. The greatest, I'm telling you, Dragon Quest XI, Persona 6, Unicorn Overlord, Metaphor Refantasio, Chained Echoes. These are some of the greatest games ever made in the world. I do not agree with you. I do not agree with you. Yeah, they're just fillers. This looks like Golden Sun, kinda, except this is a PlayStation 1 game, and Golden Sun, I think, was a Game Boy game, right? You should see Lip anytime now. It's right over that lip. I do want Persona 6. You're absolutely correct. Persona 5 and Dragon Quest 11. I must have said Persona 6 again earlier. I understand the context. I'm not dumb, all right? But Persona 5 and Dragon Quest 11 both came out in the same year, and we're still waiting for both of them. They both got one remake, and that was it. At least Persona got a bad gotcha. Of course, you still get a long way to go. It's all right, we're still there. As much as we want, we can't help you get to Hesperia, you know? I bet you could. You didn't even try. By letting us use your ship, all you did is add 3 filler sections. Oh, wait. Yeah. Will you let me borrow your ship again? Maybe I have control over it. Supplies? Okay. Where's the, no, that's the island. Where's my sea dragon at? Where's my sea dragon at? Let's go. Oh, you don't want to, I guess you don't want to. Come on, motherfucker. Saga Frontier 1. Haven't played it. Oh, is this it? Only these 2 little sections. All right, well, we're going to... Oh, what's Z? Don't put me back on the boat. Star Ocean 2 and 4. Oh my God! Rybread. How do you feel about Breath of Fire 4? So far, every game you listed is a game I don't like. And so I'm curious. Yeah, Star Ocean 4 I think is one of the worst games ever made. Not literally, not objectively, but I really hate that game. And Star Ocean 2, I think, is so much worse than Star Ocean 3. It's not even close for me. Okay, well, how do you want me to... We can't reach over here, bro. I know. I wish maybe we just start from the other side, huh? Oh, wait. We could do this. This is not fun. Where the fuck's this? Northmost area. There's rock formations and an L. Okay. Oh, is it just this section here? Oh, maybe not that. Is it this? Oh, stop it, stop it, stop it. Is it here? You see anything, boys? There's nothing here. To the left? How far to the left? Is it in the water or is it on the land? Oh, maybe it's this shining spot right here. Let's try this. There's nothing here. Most rock of the L-shaped rocks. I mean, this is... Most rock of the L-shaped rocks? I don't know what that means. Alright, I'm not getting it. I'll just pull up a map. Breath of Fire 4 Sea Dragon location. Oh, maybe he did find it. It looks like this is the right spot. Okay, well maybe not. Thank you, Bruno. You gotta be that fucking precise, I guess? Oh my god, what a weird-ass precise thing. Give me that. Please help me. Making everything easy and generic. Yeah, I could say that. Breath of Fire 4 is a 6 out of 10. I think it's about a 6 out of 10 as well. It might even be a 5 out of 10, honestly, but it's in that ballpark. Flood Tide. All right, did I get all the dragons, or am I still missing one? I'm missing the forest dragon. All right, I think I have the forest dragon still. We're out of supplies. Head back to port. How do you head back to port without supplies, dummy? No, let me off. How do I get off this boat? There we go. On what averages? I guess so. They like their obscure secrets that you wouldn't know unless someone told you accidentally found out. Yeah, I mean, that's like a game fact thing, right? You just go on game facts and... Has the same effect as Weaken? That seems pretty good. I'll buy it. Hopefully this guy gets a second sword that hits twice, because it's way cooler. But it's too boring. Like, yeah, the gear sucks in this game, for sure. We will buy that. Sure. You might attack at some point. Who knows? I don't use you, but I might have to at some point. And you're a magic user. Howdy. Nope. All right, let's go. Done with this village. You could probably fast travel back there now, right? What is that? To the east. I don't remember sailing past that, do you? I don't remember that at all. Here, you're gonna attack. You're going to cyclone. You're gonna rock your body. Yeah, he sleeps. That's a scary enemy. Counter, huh? Probably not good. I did get the fast travel skill, yeah. It hasn't been that important yet. They hit guy in the back for 800, bro. Oh, there's a weird ass rat in the back wearing the mask, I suppose. Okay, well, they're countering with Cyclone. Well, in my defense, how the fuck am I gonna know you're gonna counter with Cyclone on the first turn of a new enemy? Good hit. They're fast. Ugh. Good job. Oh, she's dead. She's got no defense. She shouldn't be in my party. Did you find the encounter where you can do combos? I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna put in any effort to that kind of stuff anymore. I don't think. I'm just gonna try to beat the game. Sorry, not normal. Let's go for battle. Let's get you out of here. We'll put you back in. Actually, we'll put Enshin in. This is probably the best auto attackers, right? Okay, we got a weird thing here. Tapuru, ru, balu, balulu, baroko, kalapa, balulu. It's babbling, so just ignore it. Fuck that thing. I don't know how to interpret what it wants, bro. What am I, a fucking scientist? $1,200 easy. 1,500 easy. Well, that was actually strong. That was a crit, though. That was a crit. I do want the Earth Dragon. I want the Forest Dragon. That's the last thing I want to get, because I think that's the last dragon that I need to get all my dragon forms. Plus, those attacks are kind of fun. Like 2 more Raptor Claws, bro. Can Urshin please get a new weapon? Is there a way to get a weapon for Urshin? That is, I want to take a look actually. I want to look at Breath of Fire for Urshin weapons. I want to see these claws. What is this? Continue without supporting type. So yeah, I have the Raptor Claws. What's Manilo shop? I want this. Or Rocket Punch. Where can I get this? Where can I get some good Urshin weapons, bro? Oh, there's a dictionary. Yeah, I'm sure I could. Yeah, we could probably figure it out. But nah, we're cool. Oh, Manilo shop. Well, what about the other one? The Power Fist. We got to be able to find a better weapon for Urshin somewhere. Bro, this guy's got juice. This guy's got a shield. Don't kill her. You know what? I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII. I'm purposely leveling up. It's been awesome. It's so much more difficult of a game if you purposely level up, which I love. Because like if you avoid levels, the game is so easy. But like I went and I fought Diablo at like level, I don't know, what, at 20 or 30 or something. And that fight was like way harder. He was like one-shotting my characters. Not saying it's hard, like I could still, I didn't have junction HP on and stuff like that, and there was a strategy to beat him, but I do think that it's It's a different way to play. I want to beat the game at level 100 instead to see if it makes the enemies harder. I don't know if all enemies will scale up like that. Oh yeah, I like this. This is fun. Help me up. Fire blast. Cyclone. Help me. I'm low on HP. Bro, don't even be like that. I'm alive. Nice. My fire blast. See how you like it this time. No combo though, I can't help but notice. No combo despite doing it right. You gotta love the combo system. That's fine. We're done with that late. Oh, I guess you revive yourself once? Is that a passive, or does she have manly clothes? Bro, don't touch him. Touch Urshan. Urshan's fine. Urshan's got 1,000,000 HP. $216. You know what you need? You need a better sword. I've never played a game from the Trails series. The Tales, yes. Trails, no. I consider playing that remake of #1, but it also, I don't think they all have remakes, so it'd be weird to go from like trying to play these games in an order. That's why she has so little HP. She's losing HP. I don't know. I don't remember why, but there we go. This is the good one. You just get all the important stats. It just feels like it'd be hard to play them in an order. Maybe I could just play that one, but I don't know. It also feels like a lot to bite off. It's like, oh, you don't want to play the RPG with 50 years of fucking 300 games? Like, I don't. They're really good once you start playing them all. Like, I bet, but I don't know. They also just look kind of anime and generic to me. They don't look very good, which is another big reason. I'm not saying they aren't good. I'm saying my bias was against them. She has a 50% chance of just reviving. That's pretty legit, honestly. You know, you've got some mana, and you use it a lot. Go ahead, go and use a Rock Blast. I'm sure these guys aren't immune to it. See, perfect. Not a waste of our time at all. Ovum? That's pretty cool. I guess we're berries. I will say it is fun to do that. We're eggs or something. That is like the frog form in Final Fantasy VII. It's incredibly interesting because of how rare it is. That's someone having fun. They made one for each character, like their own color egg, and if they have a tail or not, right? So I really like that. Would you say you're more story over gameplay type? Not at all. I would say I'm very much gameplay over story. Like, in 90% of situations. In fact, if a game doesn't even have a story, then I don't really care. But, like, the way I say it is, like, a good story can make a good game great. Like Final Fantasy VIII, in my opinion. Like, I like the story a lot. I like the storytelling a lot. But, like, it can make a game that I think is, like, decent into a really good game. But it can never make a bad game good. Like, ever. No matter how good a story is, if it's a bad game, it's a bad game. And that doesn't mean, like, walking simulators, right? Those aren't necessarily inherently bad games. I'm talking about something that I'm, like, actually, like, oh, this is not fun to play. The story isn't going to matter. Let me out of here. You could use Blizzard. Or, I mean, you guys have magic. But I feel like it's such a waste, bro. I wish you had AoE magic you could do. You know what? Use this. We're not using enough of these. We're not using enough of our breaths. And I didn't even look at we haven't looked at any of the new animations yet. Next boss fight, which should be coming up, I assume pretty soon. They're adding more of them, even though they're still whatever. Yeah. I don't need a fucking pop-up every time that happens. Oh my fucking god. Bruh. We've seen this one. It's a cool attack, though. He lived. Uh-oh. Who's faster? Are you faster? Can you just cyclone them? Water into what? Sorry, it's wind. Fire, wind, ice. The only ice I have is on you, and I don't want to use that, so... No, I guess you've got ice. I don't know, just burn somebody, I guess. Nice, early cyclone. Maybe just kills them. They should be low. Thank you. I mean, it's a pretty good hit. Surprising. I feel like the only reason to like Star Ocean 3 more than 4 would be if you look at the story perspective. No. Star Ocean 3 has a pretty not good story. It's pretty easy to like Star Ocean 3 more than Star Ocean 4 because you didn't play Star Ocean if you didn't play Star Ocean 3 when you were 12 years old. And you played Star Ocean 4 as an 18-year-old, and every character was the worst character I'd ever heard in my life. I like Star Ocean 3 because of how much I loved it as a kid. But also I really like the inventing system a lot. I think it's stupid. I think it needs guides. I love breaking the game, but I also love button mashing the skills. And I did love the story, but when you talk about games from the past, things are different than if than you're talking about them now. Do we want that? What are you doing? Get back on there. What do you want from me? Thank you. You got this. Star Ocean 4, I could not stomach any character in that whole game. Like, genuinely. The girl that yells K, the dumb robot guy, just like... It felt so soulless to me comparatively to 3, which felt like it had so much love it put into it. And that could be completely unobjective again. But when you're talking about, like, things like Final Fantasy 8, you're talking about Final Fantasy 7, you're talking about, you know, Star Ocean 3. If you're talking about PS1 and PS2 era games that I played in the PlayStation 1 on the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, it's just not going to be the same, that's all. It's not going to have the same criteria of, like, I guess what's good and what's bad. I want to find out where I can get your stupid weapons at. The other place didn't have notes for where I could actually get them. Effective against flies. That's kind of actually really funny. So we got Raptor Claws, 24. Okay, can I get... I don't need, like, the greatest thing of all time. Can I get a Rocket Punch? I don't know what 1R means. I feel like we've had to have found, like, at some point, find something better. Mount Rift? Have we been to Mount Rift yet? That I don't know. I didn't even get halfway through 4. Like, I gave up on that really fast. I just was not having a good time with it. So I can't talk about that game objectively. I just would love, why is it so hard to get just like a weapon? Mountain Gia. I guess we haven't been to Mount Mist yet. Right. I guess if we come up to a Mount Mist, we'll just have to keep in mind. Maybe it's like here or something, right? Alright, sure, whatever. We'll just keep using the same shitty weapon that we've had since the hour 2 of the game. And I don't know why everyone else gets upgrades and then Ursha never gets a fucking fist weapon. You've been kicked out? Good. Alright, let's go back. Yeah, that's getting kicked out, huh? Alright, let's set up camp. Let's rest, see if that changes anything. I guess we should check the ferries. Yeah, see what's up. You naked lady still doing anything? I don't know which I'm supposed to talk to now. There's too many of you. You guys need jobs. You guys need jobs. Too many fairies, not enough room? All right. Give me some food then. There you go. All right, we're done with the fairy village, it looks like, pretty much. Wait, did it just go? It was at level 4 and it went down to level 3. I swear this was at level 4. Now it went down again. Why did adding a fairy make it go down? Oh, fuck this stupid stuff, bro. You go there. Everyone just keep giving me food, all right? I was excited. It was up to level 4, then it went to level 3, then it went to level 2. You stop, do you stop play P5X at all? I could read that as 2 ways. I'm not playing Persona 5X currently. I tried, I downloaded it again. I spent 20 bucks on it, and then I proceeded to play for like an hour and not want to. It's just, I don't think I'll ever be able to play the game again at this point, is kind of where I'm sitting at. The next gacha, the only next gacha I can see myself playing is probably the Suikoden gacha. So where the fuck do I go? You guys know what's up? Yeah, I need to get in though. Yes. Oh, that's kind of cool. The defense stat is pretty important. We'll not worry about it right now. Well, my Sumi video is still out there, but yeah, probably no new Sumi ones. I probably will log in when they add new mindscapes to make Sumi stronger. You're gonna charge me to sleep on these planks? Someone must know something about these damn fairies. Bro, fuck this guy and his dumb, stupid fish. I'm not doing it. Nope. Nope. Don't want to know shit about your fishing, bro. I will take these. Going through those very fast. Do any of the new builds look interesting to you? Oh my god, Mr. Soul Painter. All the new builds look so interesting to me. I'm fucking lost. I can't decide on my league starter. Okay, no one here has anything to say about the fairies. So what the fuck do they want me to do? I talked to everyone in town. Sorry, I've been waiting for Starleap 2. Trying Dragon Quest Smash Grow. Oh my god, Smash Grow is so... I hope you love Smash Grow. I hope you love it. I don't think I'll play that game again. Oh, maybe we gotta help this motherfucker. Maybe we actually do have to help this motherfucker, and it's not a suggestion. What? Maybe they're all out of stamina or something. I guess maybe. Sorry. Let's finish the thing. Starleap, I'm not at all excited for. I don't think I will ever play an open world action RPG again, ever. Oh wait, sorry. Starleap, Suikoden Starleap. Never mind. We're on the same page. There's another Starleap coming out. I think it's called Honkai Starleap or something like that. It's something like that. But no. Okay, we're on the same page. For PoE 2, my league starter is either going to be Smithic Atava, like it is a lot, or it'll be Contagion. It'll be built around the Contagion, you know, like I like that. I might just do normal minions. I might do zoo minions. I think I have to see the patch notes to see if they buff any of my favorite ascendancies. If they buff Smithic Atava, maybe I'd consider playing that, depending on the buff. I've always liked that. I usually end up playing a warrior. I would like to do totems again. Shockwave totem is a main skill. I think we have to save this guy that we found in here, by the way. And then he'll give us permission to go into the village. I thought it was just going to be like the game actually lets you ignore that guy. No, it doesn't. Not Honkai Star Rail, no. I'm talking about a brand new game. Upcoming gotchas. Upcoming gotcha. There's Honkai Nexus. Recent gotcha. Mongol Star Dive is what I'm thinking of, I think. Not my ovum. Yeah, I like that they did a unique egg for every character. That's one of my favorite things of the whole game so far. Honestly, I think that's really, I believe the term is fly. I've done great with minions as well. The new minion staff lets your Crowstorm look sick. It looks cool, but the issue, I'm a little bit of a hipster, and I see the zoo priest that'll allow you to have all the companions, or I see the Raven staff, and I immediately think too many people are gonna do that for me to want to do that, because I'm a little too hipster, you know. I want to do something that not a lot of people are gonna do. Or maybe not a lot of people are gonna do, but I don't want to do the build, like the most important, like that's why I didn't want to do more fucking raptor claws, bro. Fuck the raptor claws. But that's why I didn't want to do the like I did a bear druid, but I didn't do it. I did it as Smithic Atava, not as a shaman, right? Everyone was playing shaman, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I could play shaman now that everyone's done it. Something like that. I don't know. I think I genuinely have to see the patch notes for me to make a decision. Alright, just fucking fire blast. I don't like that you come into the front line before you attack. I'm surprised, Rybread, you don't like the Persona combat that much. Persona's not the best. Persona's fine, but it's not the best. But the press turn icon system of SMT, like SMT5 and fucking loser, bro. She dies constantly. SMT5 and Metaphor Refantasio are like peak, like absolutely peak. Nice. Burn. And I guess Frost, I don't know, just use some magic. Oh, I'm so sick of these random encounters. Every random encounter has been harder than the bosses so far. Not literally, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it is kind of close. Most fun I've had in PoE was I always make my own builds. Yeah. That's why I did Smithic Atava Bear. I just thought it sounded fun. It turned out the glory generation from Smithic Atava not working at all for the build the way I wanted it to. So it didn't even matter, but it was still a ton of fun to play Smithic Atava. The socials, like, I'm someone that doesn't care about that much story in video games, but man, is Persona 5 like just a perfect pacing. It's so nice. I can't believe we're running through this whole area again, man. It's so nice to be able to like, it's same with Metaphor, right? It's like you have your really, really heavy in-depth combat sections, and then there are times you could just chill out, man. You don't need to always be going combat to combat. It reminds me of the really good pacing of classic World of Warcraft, where you go in, you do a dungeon for like an hour, or you go do questing, level up. And then sometimes you just want to go back to the town and just like check the auction house, sell some stuff, have some, you know, it's like there's a lot of stuff to do besides there's a lot of stuff to do besides just the normal stuff. Like it's nice to have some downtime in a video game. Although, and PoE 2 has that too. PoE 2 has that because there's so much building of your character, right? You might play for like 4 hours, 5 hours straight, and then spend an hour tweaking your passive tree or trying to craft one piece of gear. I only have 2 more planned videos before it. When did the patch notes come out? It's a week from Friday, not this Friday, I think. Let's go. I did take the 2 days off. I took 2 days off for that game, so I'm gonna have a 4-day weekend when Path of Exile 2 drops. So you guys better be ready for me to go hardcore. I wish I would have known I needed to save the Wimbledon, bro. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Work together. They make this look easy. This is hard. Where the fuck was that guy? Is he back here? This is actually a perfect encounter for us. Tar, baby. I will say this game came out in a different time, all right? This game has nut archers. The naming conventions in this game have been a little crazy. I'll admit it. Miss, bro, what is your problem? Is it your birthday? 2,800, not bad for a basic attack, I suppose. All right, what do you want? It's hungry. It's not sick, it's just hungry. You can have some berries. There you go. I skipped over the dialogue. You can have a roast. There you go. I think his dialogue is changing. All right, now let's go back. Let's see if we can go into the village now. That feels like what we were supposed to do. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. Yep. What's all this noise about, Poco? Is that you, Poco? Poco, get over here, my boy. My boy. Please, come in. Please, please. Sorry we tried to execute you 9 times in a row, but now I feel good. So you're trying to get to the mainland, huh? Weirdo. I came here from the mainland several years ago. Then, of course, I met my wife, and I ended up staying here. Please tell me you didn't marry one of these fucking furballs. Please, God. They already have someone that married a fairy. My name is Bed, because I'm going to bed you over. This is Sen, Shami, Repo, Pakoske, Pesco. They wanted this. You don't get many visitors here, you know? Yeah. And this is Poco. Why? You put your dick into that random ball of fur? Are these your fucking children? Bro, the characters in this game are so freaky, bro. The men in this game are just sticking their dicks in anything. That's why you have fucking half cat, half fucking tiger people, like fucking. That's why you have fucking half cat, half tiger people, and dog people, and frog people, and fucking bear people, and like, and angel people. It's just people fucking birds, tigers, cats, and dogs in this world. They're sticking their dick into random fucking balls of fur. They're like, yeah, that's my wife. This other guy is fucking a fairy. He's just, we can fast travel there now. There's a guy who's fucking a fairy, and he's like, I was hoping when I got married she'd put on clothes. Or was I? She looks like a 4-year-old, and he's fucking a fairy. This guy's fucking a ball of fur. No wonder this whole fucking world has got 9,000 races of different half-breed fucking people, bro. Every fucking human just put their dick in everything with legs. Holy shit. It's actually, this whole world is fucked, bro. This world is straight fucked. People who could tell you could get here from there, crossing the flats, that's right, you can. Tell me more, you fucking sexual deviant. My wife is very beautiful. Preachy Suruko. Tan Kulu Pirakiwaku. She says you could stay here for a while. Alright, just let me go. I gotta get out of this fucking. I gotta go back to civilization. I gotta get out of here. This whole place has gotta fucking. What is that? I'm not looking at that. Maybe they should have notes on our language. If they're not smart enough to learn a second language, then maybe we shouldn't be fucking them. Oh my god. Don't worry, we have fast travel. Let me guess, you're gonna put me on a fucking side quest? Puka Puka. What will be, will be. Well, it bothers me. We just can't let him die. Yes, we can. Did you forget about the whole fucking mission? God, this game refuses to just let you enjoy it, does it? Let you do something to help pay back your hospitality. Yeah, sure. Go to Lip. Let me out. Let me put me in the hole. Anything to get out of this fucking town. No, don't talk to me. You're all fucking incest babies of a fucking monster, man. You know what? We're gonna fast travel just because we can. My God. Do we need to... I guess we should set up camp really quick. You know what? Yeah, let's talk to you. Let's visit us. We put everyone on work hard. Hopefully the fairies start dying. I did not want to go there. The controls are a little rough. Everyone works in the weapon shop or getting us food. Still level fucking 2. Oh my God. All right. I might just grind some random encounters, see if I can get some better gear for Urshan. I actually wonder how far into the game we are. We're in the final chapter, but it's also possible this is the longest one. It's possible it's not divided up evenly, right? Like, this could be like 50% of the game in this late game where you actually have the ability to fast travel. Go back. You fucking piece of shit. Please stop. Oh. Yeah, we'll fast travel back. I didn't know that I could take the boat out of here. I forget, but if you don't have fast travel, that's important. That's right. The fast travel is optional. I forget. This guy just polishing his rod in front of everybody. Yeah, you got any fucking information, bro? Not you. Mozweed? Okay. Well, how do I get... Okay, we're one step closer. We should not talk to that guy again. You sell any Mozweed? No. Yeah, I know. I'm sure I gotta do the sailing thing, but I gotta find out where it is, right? This brings you from 63 to 95. No wonder you're dying. No wonder you're dying. There you go. You're up to snuff now. You probably know, don't you? Nope, you're the inn, that's right. This here is the Village Inn. Alright. Let's just take a quick check. No, quit talking to me! I know the shopkeepers normally don't have information, but I thought maybe that one would. You're an old man. You must know about Mozweed. Alright, Nameless Island to the east. Okay. Sure, that's all the context I need. Nameless... Oh, wait. To the east. There. Okay. Why do they have to add wind in this game? I wonder if that red flag's a different one. Yeah, take it. Excuse me. Why don't you take it? Why can't we take the Mozweed? Oh, wait. The sword has a purpose in this game for the first time ever. The very first time this has a relevant thing. Look at that. We're gonna sell this shit on the fucking black market. Where's it at? A hard seed? Last until next rest. They really wanted his sword to, like, it's so interesting they made his sword not super relevant early on. Alright, if my next RPG, I wonder what's longer. Golden Sun or Legaia 2 Dual Saga? Have I made my streaming docket? No. Legaia 2 Dual Saga. I want to play Golden Sun. I'll put top priority. When time allows. Probably not Legend of Dragon. Oh, this is a different one. This is me trying to make my top 10 list. These are still my top 5 RPGs of all time, probably. Besides, Final Fantasy VIII would normally go on here. So these aren't being streamed, I don't think. But I also want to play new releases will be Star Bites PoE 2. Do you play Wild Arms? I haven't played Wild Arms in a long time. We'll do we'll put that in the when time allows category. Wild Arms something. I don't know what that means, what game points are. It seems not super relevant to me so far. Okay. I just want to get to that red flag. Oh my god, this fucking thing. I don't think you're gonna have enough juice. Nice. Manly clothes. Again, more manly clothes. Legaia 1, I don't know if I've beaten it, honestly, but I've only beaten Legaia 2 Dual Saga once, and I really want to beat it a second time. The game points affect your dragon form's evolution. Well, I've been purposely attacking every character since the game started. So it's definitely low, and it's not going to be relevant. But you want to know what I did for the first 6 hours of the game? Let's go. First of all, can Cray get out of my party? I fucking hate Cray. Like, he's easily my least favorite character. I did this literally for like my first 5 hours. I just mashed this on random people. So it's not gonna happen. We're not getting an evolution. I literally go around and did this all the time. I was doing this constantly, so just accept that this will never happen. Like, I was just going around attacking people, and someone said, oh, that lowers your game points. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna... I've already been doing it for an hour. I'm not gonna do it now. I'm not gonna stop now. What the fuck do you want me to do? Luckily, the game's easy, and it doesn't matter. Maybe there's a way to grind up your karma. You robbed enough money. I mean, I got like a couple dozen bucks. You know, I might be up to 30 bucks. You see, these guys are too small to hit because they're children. Of course, they're like, hey, here's a side quest to go more filler. What is with all the filler in the ending of the game? You feel like filler would be in the middle, not near the end, like beginning and middle. Well, to be fair, the whole beginning of the game was kind of filler. Oh, Paba. Paba. Is it working? Pubada Kalaluba! All right, get me out of here. And some secret enemies. I'm definitely not doing any secret enemies. Not on purpose, anyway. I don't want to do any... I don't want to... Again, no offense to this game. This game doesn't feel worthy of doing optional content at this stage. I just want to beat it so I can say I've beaten a Breath of Fire game. He says that although he might have gotten better just by dancing, he's sure the herbs you brought him helped. Puka 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 puka. What will be will be. They're a species of dummies. To farm game points. Ah, okay. Well, if we ever wanted to, we could. Where's your fucking wife? Probably cheating on you with a fucking half cat, half dog person. It only gives 1/10 of the points, really? Wow. I mean, I guess you could, but at least it's my thing is like, at least it's literally possible. Please, you must hurry. You only get points if you beat your previous record? No way. That means it's only possible to do it like 4 times, probably. Like how many times are you gonna beat a previous record? Probably not a lot. I do want to save again. I'm addicted to saving because I don't want to have to accidentally redo any of this. I don't care about the rest. I do actually really want to see Breath of Fire 4 walkthrough. I want to see how far into the game we are. I want to know if we could beat it by the end of this week, basically. Sorry. Let's go here. Open this. Open this. Let's take... Oh, my fucking God. Just grab it, bro. My accuracy is waning. So, we're in Chapter 3. Right? Apparently we've been to Mount Rift. I don't remember that at all. Tidal Flats. So this is where we're going right now. So we're actually maybe halfway through this. We're actually getting pretty close. 70% done you are now. It looks like we're even more than that, Yoda. So it looks like if we go back to Mount Rift, I can get a really good... Where the fuck was Mount Rift? For Mount Rift. What's Mount Rift? I don't remember that at all. The final dungeon is huge. Got it. Okay. Okay. It's over there. I want to go over there. I want to get that good weapon for Urshan. They're my favorite character to use in combat. They hit really hard. Speed. What is that? What the fuck is this? Ah, okay. That's actually pretty cool. That lets you travel back there. I didn't interpret that as an island like that. So I wonder if this is a little bit spoilery. Not spoilery, but I guess it helps you find these islands, huh? So I guess we're going to come down here. Just so we can see the map at a different perspective. Is this it? Oh, it is Mount Rift. What was that? No, I don't want to be here. What the fuck you... Don't worry, we'll help you up. Yes. Okay. So there's a weapon here for our boy. A rocket punch. And also a bunch of enemies. But it's not gonna be too bad to gain some experience either. This is definitely where I would use 3x speed though if I had it. Chlorine. Haha, you are now a sanitized pool that for public use. Boom. We should probably switch Urshin with Skiat. I want this rocket punch. If you know the map it appears, it's fairly easy to get. If you want to give me the breakdown of the details, I'm down with that. I do want Urshin's best weapon, but I'm not going to put in too much effort to get it. That's one thing Final Fantasy VII really dropped the ball on. And honestly, Final Fantasy VIII as well. Oh. Well, that was easier than I thought. I'll take 7 more points of power. Still lower than him, but the thing is, you have an absolute godly amount of defense. How do I make, this is actually could be really good. How do I make Urshin's better armor? Maybe I do want to just max out this character. That sounds fun to me. Because I think we're going to have no problem beating this game. Today is what, Wednesday? I think Thursday, Friday. I think we're going to beat this game. If I spend a little bit here, let's do Breath of Fire for Urshin armor. Is there a U? It depends on if you're playing GGG or not. What's the best one? Oh, we have a burnt plug. We have one burnt plug. He recovers MP on the rest. Yeah, but then it's just like, it's only good for boss fights. Do you think this is the best armor? Morph. It says it drops scorched rice. But I guess if you hit... Drops from Tar Baby. We've seen that. What is Urshin's best armor, though? An upside and a downside? I just want the highest defense stat. I mean, it's a picture of a lady. Blogger.com, but maybe it is relevant. Okay, well, that's probably later. Mithril rig. Oh, maybe this actually... I thought it said mithril ring. Maybe it is mithril rig. Okay. Iron scraps times 3. Okay, now how do we get iron scraps? Drops from Protobot and Shinchan. Use combination magic, Fire, Wind, and Jolt to burst them open before you finish them for the drop. I don't even know if we can go there. Let's take a look if we have iron scraps. So, sort normal. We have 2 iron scraps. We only need 1 more iron scrap. It's only 10 more defense. It is only 10 more defense. But 10 more defense equals 10 more power, which equals 10 more fun. I'm watching myself play Final Fantasy VIII here, I think. What's Shinchan? Oh, the Yore Shrine. Okay. What's the bot? This guy. I remember those guys for sure. So to get the iron scraps, you must use to burst them open before you finish them for the drop. Interesting. You attack everybody anyway. Then we'll just do this. Hey, they're weak, thank God. So how do you remember where I get that strong item? Boom. 1,000 damage, good job. You can get max level easily with a trick, really? Interesting. I don't know if I want to. The levels are so strong in this game. I don't know if I want to make it that easy, but it honestly, starting to think about this kind of min-maxing stuff does make it sound a little more fun to play. It's the kind of shit I can really enjoy. Like, I love late Final Fantasy post-game stuff. It's all the way up here. Is it? No. Where is there? Where is it? If you hit the bots with an electric spell, they can drop iron scraps, but they also give you 2 times EXP. A bit to the right. Is it here? It's not this. It's not this. It's not this one. It's... The fuck is this? West of Windia. I don't know where any of that shit is. Wait, Windia is over here. That's Ludia. Is Ludia and Windia different? Chamda? God, I don't know that where any of this fucking shit is, bro. Where the fuck is Windia? I don't remember that fucking city at all. Okay, Windia. Check. Maybe here. Now you're saying just walk north. All right. This is where I was. Stop it. All right, I'm just gonna look it up. This is getting too annoying. There's a delay in the stream or something. Not you. We need to fight Bot and Shintron. Breath of Fire for Shintron, whatever the fuck it's called. Location. Where the fuck is this at? Eastern continent. Someone just show me where the fuck it's at on the map. Check? I don't know, remember where Check's at, bro. Okay. It looks like it's supposed to be here. Maybe it's okay, check. Is it this one? Shinchan. There we go. I'm clicking around all over. I don't know. I'm not remembering exactly where it was. There's too many locations. All right, so we need to hit him with lightning to get an iron scrap. Kill him. Easier said than done, bro. Get out of here. So let's take a look. You said if you hit the bots electric, they drop scrap, but also give 2x experience. You could repair them and use electric again. How do you repair them? Oh, then the EXP doubles again? Really? Well, how do you repair? What do you mean repair them? The term repair doesn't make... You mean just like heal them with a healing spell? How do I do lightning? How do I do jolt? Breath of fire jolt. How do I do that? Combo. I can't remember. Wind into frost. Let's do sever. What? I think they're just gonna die though. Everyone cancel. Actually, Urshan, you could do it. You could do Eddie into frost. Into you smacking this guy. Hopefully he doesn't cast death and fuck everything up. No combo. I thought Jolt was the name. Jolt is the name of the combo. All right. Well, that didn't work. Maybe we could do it again. All right, we got it this time. Let's just kill him. Good miss. We just want the iron scraps. We got a bent screw because we did it in the wrong order, I guess. These low fucking motherfuckers with their low magic stat. The combo's not always working. I guess we just use you then. We'll hit it with you just to be safe. Unless it's the Protobot versus the normal one. I don't know. Guard. Got the combo. It still did do the water. Just attack, I guess. Yeah. No, you're not supposed to guard. Miss. Good job. Poo Z. Touch my poo Z. There we go. We got our iron scraps. I wonder if it had to be the proto one, not the small one. So we're done with iron scraps. Now we could try doing this, right? You just guard. You could try doing this like 3 times, just out of curiosity. I want to see how it works. Because it seems multiplicative. Good job. So now we want to do Eddie into, what was it? To ice. Into healing him. You don't need the EXP trick? I don't think so either, but I do want to see if this version has it still. I think it would be funny. Like if we gain like 1 level. It's interesting because it doesn't seem like it would heal him. But I guess you hit max level doing this, right? I wonder if you can get an overflow. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't really want to like abuse it. I do want to abuse it, but very lightly. I want to try doing it like 3 times just to see if it even works, just out of curiosity. All right, well, he just blew himself up, so I don't know. Maybe I had to heal him back up to full. But either way, there's definitely more to the trick. Maybe it's not for that bot. Maybe it's for the other bot. Whatever. There could be a bunch of things, right? It's aight either way. All right, let's get 3 iron scraps, which we got. Let's go down to this guy here. Surprised this guy doesn't make weapons. He just makes armor. A little bit lame. Bots repair, got it. That guy learned his lesson. He's not getting abused. Beep. Bop. Hello, sir. You were very important to the story. Iron scraps. Iron scraps. Iron scraps. Did you know if you combine a bunch of iron, you actually get mithril? Sacrifice is a learnable skill? Yeah, right, bro. I'm not gonna ever use that shit. I said a jiffy. Mithril rig. Sorry, down here. There we go, baby. Oh, sorry. Highest defense in the game, maybe. The weapon could be better, but the weapon is good. I don't think you need much better than that. Let's go ahead and travel. Where are we going? To the next zone now? I think that was a little bit of fun. That's right. We have to go through the flats or whatever. Quit touching my girlfriend, bro. Hopefully we can get some of these better weapons in the fairy village still. I want them to work hard. I put them to work hard just to try to level up the stupid shop. But yeah, the levels remain pretty low in this game. I wonder what the level cap is if it is 99. Feels like that would be absurdly high. Go back to fucking your human, you sick little monster. Is there a better accessory than glass dynamo at this point? I don't know. It's the only thing that I have that increases my defense by a significant amount. Glass dynamo seems like it's the best equipment. The equipment of this game is kind of fucking lame, but I'll be honest. Like, it's kind of all shit, but... face guards, 3 more defense. So So I guess we'll, I mean, it is a little bit better. We'll do that. The defense is the stat we care about the most. Squirts. Check out, bro. Last resort. You're gonna take so much damage. You might actually just die because neither of them went. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be faster than them with how much agility you just lost. Help against status changes. So far, the enemy hasn't done status changes to us. Like, if there's a specific boss that we need to give a shit about, then I will consider that. But for now, I feel like it's fine. Big hit. This guy has a lot of HP. Ooh, casual 2000 basic attack. Let's go, Urshin. Earth Claws. Oh my god, is that a better weapon? Not than what we have right now, I bet. But I bet it is, like, better than the Raptor Claws. It would have only been 2 points better, so we're still happy to have gotten what we got. Unless we specifically know an enemy is going to be weaker. Hey, this isn't where I want to be. Aim for its pincher? Well, you can't aim, so I think that's a dubious. Being able to hit up to multiple thousand? Oh, he's blocking. Oh! Come on. I wonder if CS gets a different weapon that could hit more than once. You probably won't like the upcoming part. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to love it. It's going to be 10 out of 10 fun. Smack him. When she hits, she does a great job. I should still probably heal in between combat, I suppose. We do take a lot, like, you take a lot of damage in this game. More than you would think. But it's alright. Little pig, let me in. Smack him. Shield. Is the final fishing reward that probably requires 30 hours of fishing? I would never even humor the idea. Bruv. Just keep smacking it. Backlash? How are you gonna do backlash? You're not doing anything. Got him. Come on, motherfucker. Someone hit that motherfucker. Please counter. I don't give a shit. You just use the cheat engine to get it? I don't know if I mean, yeah, I probably could. GOG probably would allow you to use a cheat engine. I don't know how they work. But I just would like a sword that hits twice. That isn't the sword that he started the game with, you know? This guy will die. I'm not using magic. You can't make me. The Legend, how we doing, Perp? My day was absolute horror on work today. Horror. Sorry about that. That sucks. We want your days to be filled with joy. All right, so it sucks that it sucked. More defense. Let's go. Wait a second. What do you have equipped? Ring of Fire? Fuck the Ring of Fire, bro. You need Artemis. You can't afford to miss. You need your plus hit chance. I don't know. Do we come up here? What's up here? Bro, we're exploring. We're exploring. I guess you just go to kill this one first. These guys don't do anything interesting. They're very boring enemies. Counters magic, counters physical. That's fine. It's just, you know, been there, done that. Don't you have biter for Skias? I don't even know what that is. So probably not. Bup, bup, bup. Easy, bro. Life is no Wish concert. Today was such a day. I don't know what that even means. I mean, life can't be full of your wishes coming true or something, I suppose. Sounds like a fucking lie. Life could be what you want it to be. Unless something terrible happens. Then you can't have any... Then there's nothing you could do. Oh, my God. Alright. Why does she miss so much with her stupid AoE? I guess they don't counterattack it, though. Maybe because it counts as... Maybe because it's fire, it's like kind of both. Bro, this is like the... This is one of the... This is as bad as the Nut Archer. Like, why are you missing so much? Is a good two-hit sword for Skias that you could buy in Windia for 4,500. I don't remember Windia. I know we were just there, but I actually don't even know if I found the weapon shop. Maybe I did. Quake. Fuck that. You need 6 more attack. 6 more defense is also 6 more attack. Every point of attack goes into defense. Or every defense goes into attack. How the fuck do I get out of this here? Oh, maybe this is it? I mean, I guess you just use Cyclone. They're not gonna both miss. I guess it only matters if Skias misses. You didn't do your thing! That's a little weird. I guess they still have very high... Their resistances are still very different. Maybe I never went to the item shop there. We'll have to take a look. Oh, great victory. All right, let's go. Item, use healing herb. Hopefully there's a boss fight coming up. Are we out? Oh, baby. It's getting dark. Oh no, what do we have to do? Set up fucking camp? Oh, maybe this is because this whole place will be overrun by water. That makes more sense. I can't even see. Famous examples would be actions speak louder than words. Example, I guess. It's an idiom. Yeah, you know, I know what a saying is. But I'm just saying it's, life is no Wish concert. Would... That phrase to me, what it sounds like is a way of saying, I think that's just like a translation, right? But it's like, life is no wish concert. A concert is like a display. And if it's like a display of things that you're wishing, then it's like, oh, life isn't just things that you want. Life is also things that you don't want, right? It would be a really weird way of saying it. From Lizard Man, cannot be stolen. Oh, so we can just go fight Lizard Man. We're going to fight a bunch of Lizard Men and hopefully we kill them and they drop the thing. Let's make up for lost time tomorrow. We have a dragon with us. He could turn into a dragon and fly us wherever we want to go. Cray, the road. God forbid we fucking swim. No matter how risky it was. I'm sorry, Cray. It's my fault. It is your fucking fault. If I hadn't suggested we rest for the night. Let's go. There might still be places on the flats we can cross. Everybody look around. Hurry. Hurry, quickly. There must be something. Come on. Let's do as she says. Why do they always... I have a question. What's the point of this button of changing who's in your party and then putting Cray, the only character I never want to see again in my party? He sucks, bro. Cray sucks. Wake up. He's a bad leader. He's a bad man. Guys, you stay behind. Don't worry about it. All right. We'll leave these two back there not working very hard. I'd say this is where the flat's connected to the mainland. It's no use. We can't go this way either. You could swim, unless it's really, really far, but it seems like we should be pretty close. We're stuck here. The party's always resetting to the default. Isn't that funny? Yeah, it's like, what's the point, man? Cheeto, the imperial capital. Ugh. Hey there, fella. What's the matter? Well, let me guess. It's the fucking professional fucking fall guy. The guy that gets his ass kicked every fucking time you see him. He gets his ass kicked. Every time. This guy's lame as shit, bro. I'm sorry. Every second he's been on the screen, we're like most of the way through the game, he's gotten his ass kicked. Pure hate for Cray. Cray sucks, bro. Are you all right? No, I got my ass kicked 7 times this week. This be Cheeto. Yep, this is Cheeto, all right. Built by the mighty god emperor Fu Lu, the capital of his empire. What have they done to my city? How could you be so calm? We have no idea when the tide will change again. Who knows when we'll be able to get off this island? If only we had the ability to fast travel. Oh. Who knows? Maybe we'll never be able to get off. I may never get off again. I may have to marry a furbog. Have half, we'll make a new race of people. God, how is Cray such a fucking, just a fucking wuss, bro? He's the most jacked power, fucking guy ever. He's literally the leader of his people. He's the leader of the Worgen. And the second something went wrong, he's like, we're gonna fucking die here. What if we never get off this island? What if we're stuck here forever? We're gonna have to eat each other. Like, calm down. This is the most fucking loser leader of all time. It makes me think badly of the Worgen that they look up to this guy. It makes me feel bad for their whole race of people that, not bad. It makes me think less of them that they think this guy is a competent leader. That maybe it's monarchy, but what a fucking loser he is, bro. Where's your leader qualities? Where's your leader qualities? What are we supposed to think of your people when they're all a bunch of idiots and crybabies that vote for a jacked guy that cries every time the water splashes on him? At the very least, Rio won't die here. Urshan has spoken. Yeah, no, he can. I thought he was gonna die. I wish he would have died now. Good morning, Ryu. Oh, what are we gonna fucking do, guys? What are we gonna do? So fucking scared right now. I'm so sure it might be a year. What about food, huh? What are we doing for food? Ryu, don't go that way. Hey, calm down. Get a hold of yourself. You're supposed to be the leader of this little expedition, aren't you? And your whole fucking race of people. Puka Puka. Remember what the Bob said? What will be, will be. Bro. Shut up. Shut up. I'm tilted right now. How dumb do you think we are as the player? They just said Puka Puka. Let the people who remember that Puka Puka is what will be, will be. Let us remember that. Don't then teach us again. If people forgot what that was, then that's fine. You just told us. We just heard that like 7 times 20 minutes ago. Then they're like, Puka Puka. And then she's like, yes, for everyone at home that doesn't remember, Puka Puka means what will be, will be. It's a very good lesson. I actually don't even think it's a good lesson. We were just talking about going to look for some food. Yeah. I'm tilted right now, I could tell. Get me off this island. We're all going crazy here. Got him. Making a little progress every day. You gotta love them taking your party from you, man. That's 10 out of 10. We were able to flee. Bro, think about how weak those monsters are. They weren't even able to stop a couple eggs. Couldn't even stop some eggs. Gotta change this camera angle. We probably start with you. And we probably just attack with you. Unfortunately, Ryu doesn't learn any base level magic. It's kind of lame. Wow, they must be weak to fire. At least they're weak. You know what? They made these enemies weaker to compensate for the party. The egg guy's a little annoying to throw in a party with only 3 characters, especially on an ambush. Like, that could be a little annoying, but it's not that bad. Enfeeble, otherwise known as all my enemies. Might as well pick it up. I mean, it's right here, right? Am I going the right direction? I don't know. All right, just do the fire, do the wind. We'll see what happens. Good hit. Yeah, they're weak to fire for sure. Why my wisdom is not low, but it must do so little damage just because of like that's a level 1 fire spell, right? It must have a bad damage formula at this stage. You're still like 30. Man, Ryu cannot be a mage, bro. They don't want you to make him a mage. A deluxe rod? Oh, fucking no. Did the game just tell me I need to fish to progress? Did the game just tell me I need to fish in order to progress? No. Why would you do this? Why would you fucking do this? You're such a piece of shit. Such a piece of shit game. Fucking. Oh. Okay. The Ninja Lady's gun is pretty good damage. I don't even remember the buttons to hit. Do I need to look for something? Fucking... Okay, there's fish around out here. I guess. I mean, I don't know. These dots must be the fish, right? I don't know. Oh, fuck, there's a... I'm just holding A. I'm just holding A. I'm just holding A. I'm just holding A. I don't know how to do any better than this. I guess I have to direct them in the right direction also. Wow, this is fucking fun. All right. Well, we caught something. Yeah, so I'm a beginner plus. All right, is that enough? Are we good? I caught a fish. So we good now? Fuck yeah, okay. We caught the only thing that's poisonous. Isn't the pufferfish literally poisonous? Like, you have to be prepared by a professional to not die. Isn't that, like, literally right? Like, the emperor, it's illegal for the emperor of Japan, if they still have an emperor, to even eat the fish. And we're just gonna wing it. I'm in. You rock your body like a cyclone. You make me wanna burn the rainstorm. Meow, meow, meow. If that fucking attack ever hit. Row, 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 row. Ooh, ooh. Jabbergrass. All right, let me back to camp. Why is it so far away? God forbid you fish in the ocean. You can't just fish in the ocean. You gotta fish in these specific spots. Duh. She has a fast agility, at least, I guess. I wish she aimed a little bit better. I wonder if it's like, if there's one target you're really likely to hit, but every target beyond the first, you get less and less accuracy, instead of a flat bad accuracy, you know? I think that'd make more sense. Look at all this motherfucking filler. Yep. It's good. I'm sorry, Nina. I don't know what happened. It just, when I thought we were trapped here, I don't know, I panicked. Don't worry, Cray. We just have to be patient, that's all. You didn't even wait till the first fucking day was over. It was fucking 5 seconds. Hey there, this is the Imperial Castle. This is not a place for people like you to be in. This be the Emperor's Castle? Arr, this be? The 13th Emperor of the Fao Empire. His Majesty Emperor Soniel. Now, go on, get! Bro, he's in such a foul mood right now. He's about to get his ass kicked again. He was just limping in. He's not, like, recovered. inside the castle. Who dares? Is this Kefka? The sacred grounds of my master. It is me, Magic Dog. I am the guardian of this place. I bid thee leave, intruder, lest thy life be forfeit. Can it be? Do my eyes be true? Majesty, thou hast returned. My lord, the mortals that have followed you on thy throne, they disparage thee with each passing generation. Truly did I fear they would not fulfill their promise with thee. It gladdens my heart to see thy safely restored to thy proper place, my lord. The promise must be fulfilled. Once more shall I ascend to godhood over this world. I am tired, old friend. Tired of this world and of its people. Atur! Go now! I wish you destroy the city. The city? Does thou meanest the capital, my lord? Indeed, this shall be my final labor as a god. I shall destroy the foul empire. Now go. By your command. I mean, now he's a bad guy. He finally did something that a bad guy would do. One in a row, right? He's now finally a bad guy. He commanded the genocide of humans, basically. To be fair, the people in the Empire feel like they're the only ones that aren't just fucking random animals in fur bogs. Fuck you, bro. Bro, fuck you. Fuck you and your fucking dumb fuck. Oh. Please tell me I don't have to go fishing, really. All right, hopefully we get like abducted and murdered here. Hopefully something terrible happens. Why would you... Now I only have one character with me for these random encounters? But why? What are you talking about? You were right. I don't like this part of the game. That attack suddenly got weak. I was hoping that when I got like the deluxe rod, it was like a equipment for her, you know? Yeah. Just let me through. Yeah, we get it. Burn. Cyclone. You forgot they forced you to fish? Thank you for not telling me. I would have been sad. This is the only time I said I would fish, though. I promised, I was like, hey, look, if I have to fish to progress the story, I'll fish. Otherwise, I'll never fish. It's definitely a trope that I would love to watch die slowly. Simone, get him. I guess it's a decent time to gain some experience for just these two, I guess. Sure. Why make me run so far to the fishing spot? Like, there's no fucking fish in the whole damn ocean, bro. There's no such thing as fish in this ocean. Can I just escape? I don't know what the odds are of escaping, but if you don't escape, then it's like, that's what's annoying. Now the fight will take longer, potentially, and you're in danger. The Imperial Castle. I'm with this guy, man. This guy must have played Breath of Fire 3 and then saw what happened in Breath of Fire 4, and he's like, I guess I gotta kill it all. So far, he's been he's been super lame and weak so far. So hopefully, we get to see him do some big dick stuff now. All right, so this is probably the dungeon we're gonna have to do later, huh? Well, look at that. That's nice. Different sound for this guy. I don't know if I remember hearing that before. Well, you know what? You could have your own save spot. There you go. You hate fishy minigames? I pretty much always do. I don't literally always do, but I usually do. I like it kind of in World of Warcraft, but that's because it's just like an excuse to do something besides the combat. It's locked. Oh, well, what else are you gonna do? It's not like you have fucking godlike powers that could destroy the whole city. What are you gonna do about a locked door? Alright, I guess this isn't where he needs to go. This definitely looks cinematic, but maybe that'll be for us later. But this is just stairs up to nothing. This must be a complex room. I feel like this room has to have something going on beyond what we're seeing here. Yeah, I swear to God, if this guy gets his ass kicked again before we beat him at the end of the game, I'll be fucking pissed. Majesty, you survived even the Caronade? Hiya! This guy has beaten you 3 times, and I'm sure this time will be different. Give me 9k HP. You use a guide for that part. They also force you to fish in 3. It's even more annoying in some ways. Yeah, but I mean, it's not the worst thing to make you do something annoying. It's annoying if it makes you do it all the time, because then it becomes a real part of the gameplay. One-off sections aren't honestly that bad. He looks, in fact, the fact that the portrait is the same as Ryu is a little bit annoying. All right, let's try this one. I don't think we used this on this guy yet. Oh, we have. I think that's 16 hits. Something like that. I assume that, like, this guy has more juice now, in the sense that, interesting, that was a little more opaque than last time, I think. But I think the flavor here is you're gonna win because you're more awake now, right? Your powers are coming back. First level up. First level up. Give me my vitamins. I try attacking. This might just be good enough. Ugh. Okay, I feel like they're weaker than before, and we're healing 150 a turn. We've already beat both these guys, and then he continues to beat us, but I think this is the time where you finally get your revenge and actually win. Simon! That's a combo move, though. You can't just use combo moves whenever you want. Eldritch Flame! Is this what he used to knock us down the first time? That's a lot of damage. We could be in trouble there, actually. Oh, you actually could die at first because it's a slow transformation. It's actually totally reasonable that he could lose in this, like, what feels like a cinematic victory lap. I know they're basically the same guy. They just look different. They look like they look different. Maybe it's all hair and perspective, but it's why it's when their dragon forms look literally identical. I think it's a little funny. We could still die at the start of the next fight if we don't get a heal. Like if they go first and we use a healing item, and they might kill us before we get our healing item. This guy is way stronger than the first one. I assume this guy will die before we run out of AP. They're making us work for it, though, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna run out of AP here. Like, this fight is so fucking boring, bro. Why did they think these fights were cool? Like, this is... Here's the thing. In the very beginning of the game, you do this once or twice. This is kind of cool because you get to see something so different and powerful in big numbers. But we've done this like 7 times. And it's just like, I'm now just mashing the same button again and again. Like, let's get fucking through it, bro. Give that guy 1/3 the HP and just make it go quicker. Now that your power has returned, Majesty, there is none of us that can match you. Dost thou truly believe where he's almost no stronger than when the game started? That thou could kill a god? Forgive my words, Majesty. But the current Emperor, Saniel, thinketh that gods are needed not, yes? I knew when I accepted this mission that there would be a steep price. One does not lightly undertake such a task as to slay a god. While one old man's life may not be enough to atone for what we have done, still I offer it. For it is the nature of the mortals that they pass quickly through this world. This time comes to all of us. It is up to us only to choose when and how. Sure, I mean, go ahead. If you grew up the series, I agree with you. I think so. Breath of Fire 3 is better fishing. That's interesting. We are going to use his items. There you go. Still need the Medicine of Mortals, it would appear to me. Do you want to walk to the inner sanctum of the castle? Yeah, let's do it. But that's what it's like. This is kind of why I go back and I replay older games sometimes. Because, like, a perfect example is Resident Evil 1 and Chrono Trigger. Those games, I think, are like 10 out of 10. I played them for the first time as a 30-year-old, and those games, I think, are fucking awesome. So good. In this game, I just don't think is. We got Moon Tears. Is that an item we could use? Sure. Your business lies elsewhere. Cool. How'd you get in here? Are you actually, bro? All right. You had a cool cinematic for the first 2 guys. Slice. You can actually see the fish in the water, and you could use one lure to lure the fish you don't want away from the fish you want. There's a bit of strategy in it. I mean, it sounds cool. I would still hate it, though, probably. I just don't like fishing in games almost ever. When Breath of Fire 4 came out, there weren't so many RPGs. Now games like this need sequels, but we'll never get them. But I love a lot of the aspects of the Breath of Fire series. I could see that. But, like, for me, it's like the issue is, like, when this came out, I don't know, you were like, there's only like 1 or 2 year gap between like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and Final Fantasy 9. I know you, but like, I feel like we're waiting longer for RPGs now than we were back then. So I actually kind of think there weren't that many RPGs back then comparatively to now, but they were coming out at way higher speeds. It would appear that something is happening. Would it not, Yuna? It would indeed, Highness. I shall go investigate the disturbance myself. Yuna! Are you certain we need not surround ourselves with guards? We are concerned for our safety. Well, Highness, I'm afraid all the guards in the world wouldn't make much difference should the God Emperor appear. Here you go, I brought this. Why, between your power and that of the Dragon Slayer, I am sure even God Emperor cannot stand before you. Well, now we know what sword we're going for Ryu. Ryu's going to get the Dragon Slayer to help us overcome this god, right? Very well. We are counting on you, Yuna. I mean, I guess I've never had an emperor, so I don't really know, like, your willingness to lay their life down for that. Then PS2, there were a lot of RPGs, but they weren't that good anymore. Breath of Fire 4 already suffers from it. I think there's so many good PS2 RPGs. I think it's like it's I don't know if it's the King era. PlayStation 1 might be the best era, but so many good RPGs. But we already know we disagree on pretty much everything besides what's mid. Because, like, almost every game you listed, I didn't really like, and the games I list, you don't really like. Breath of Fire 4 came out around the time of the PS2 launch, I thought. Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's saying that the PS2 games are bad, and that this game is bad, is starting to be bad, because it came out in that time period where RPGs were changing. Thou art of no concern to us. Our business be with thy master. Well, I'm afraid I cannot let you through, Majesty. Today your journey ends here. No worry, we will merely seal off your power and return you to your place of rest. Okay. They're gonna make me transform. Well, they're doing a pretty good job so far. Are they gonna take my AP? But yeah, like Final Fantasy VII was already out. Final Fantasy VIII, I think, was in that same time period. Final Fantasy IX, and then like it's like a year after Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X came out. I mean, talk about the fucking banger after banger after banger. What a magical time for JRPGs. Even though I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy IX fan, like I still think Final Fantasy IX is good. Oh. All right, let's go. Oh, I'm so scared. Legend of Dragoon, bro. I don't know if I'll play that game again anytime soon, but I bet before I die, assuming I live to be a nice old age, I definitely would like to play that game at least one more time before I die. Tales of the Abyss. I played Tales of the Abyss on DS or something, I think. And Tales of Symphonia I love. They didn't do shit, bro. Your powers have fully returned. We're almost no stronger than we were. It would have been cooler if they would have, like, really ramped him up. Yuna did not want to lay down his life. I have been awaiting your return, O great lord. Thou hast forgotten our promise? Thou hast not fulfilled the promise? Majesty, how can you say that? Of course we have not forgotten. Now that you have returned, why, the Empire is yours. I would never think of... Enough. Thine prattle tires us. Be gone with thee. Yeah! Let me guess. He got his fucking ass kicked. Okay, he probably... Did he not get his ass kicked? Ha ha ha. What of your promise now? It is old and meaningless, just like you. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Foolish mortal. That was a good stab, though. Ryu, looks like you got one. Oh, they don't make me fish again. FF10 for me was pretty bad. Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy X is objectively the best Final Fantasy that's ever come out. And when I say objectively, I mean I like Final Fantasy VIII more, probably, but I think Final Fantasy X is like in the top 3 RPGs of literally all time, with like Chrono Trigger and I don't know, something else. You walk in a linear path, that doesn't matter. ATB is the worst part about Final Fantasy's combat system. I've always thought ATB is the worst thing that worst decision they made in Final Fantasy. Walking through the game linearly is not really that bad because the game is super fucking solid mechanics. I mean, it honestly doesn't feel that much more linear than a lot of other games. It's just like it is very heavily story, and then it opens up at the end, but the story is very good. The journey makes sense, and it's like you always have a reason to go where you're going. You're never just like walking through an area for no reason. It's like it is guided, but it's because you're the protagonist, but really you're on Yuna's adventure, so you're following along with Yuna, who has her own objective. So it all perfectly makes sense in context and feels good. The combat mechanics are a 10 out of 10. The story is a 10 out of 10. The characters are 10 out of 10s. Auron's literally the coolest character that's ever been in any video game of all time. And it's like, just like, I have nothing, I can't even think of a negative about Final Fantasy X other than maybe its ending, like its twists are a little obscure if you're not into the lore. The hallway simulator started with 10. I mean, the thing with 10 is like, yeah, it is a very heavily crafted experience it doesn't have the world map, right? Of course, yeah, 7, 8, 9, they all have the world map, and 6, you know, everything before it has like a world map. And this one, 10, it doesn't, it removes the world map. But what you get instead of the world map is a much tighter story with an ungodly amount of like character interactions and character development. And you get a much better balanced experience overall. Now, I know you could break Final Fantasy X in half and like absolutely fuck it, but the average player playing Final Fantasy X is going to have the best balanced Final Fantasy experience in the game, where it's difficult but not impossible and very, very fun. The only thing about I like about FF10 was Blitzball. I love Blitzball. Blitzball was great. I do agree with that. Are we done? Is this the only time in the whole game where you're in a fishing spot, but you don't have ability to fish? You're in a fishing spot without access to like Ryu in that way. I wonder, like, if we leave and come back, will that be gone forever? Like it reloads the area and now it's a fishing spot again. That's actually a really fun, like, little, that's the kind of stuff, like these one-off things that no one thinks about could totally lead to like some sort of glitch. I'm sure it doesn't have any glitches or anything, but like that's what you kind of look for, I feel like. And if you're looking for like exploits, these weird one-off things where suddenly a character isn't the character, you know, they're in like a different state or whatever. Sphere is great up until you unlock a million fucking nodes for every character. The sphere grid is super fantastic, but it's better if you use it's much better if you use the custom or the second sphere grid, the expert one. It allows you to have more fun in general with messing with stuff. It could be easy because, yeah, it's like characters go along their path, but it's really fun to have some interesting, you have more interesting mechanics with this is fucking so boring, bro. FF13 just has like a combination of Final Fantasy 13 I think could have been a great game, even though I don't like the combat system nearly as much. Although it's been a long time. Like, I'm sure I could come around on it if I really gave it some more time and tried it again. But where FF13 really falls flat is the lack of like towns, right? I don't feel like I'm part of this giant world that people are living in. Like, there's cities and stuff, but it's like I never found like any normal towns. And then the characters are all fucking terrible, besides potentially Lightning. And it got Kingdom Heartsified. Everything was like, oh, the Macalania crystals and the this and the that. Everything got so fucking up its own ass with like its terminologies. There was nothing like relatable, and it was all confusing and stupid. I hated it. Final Fantasy 12, I still think had a better license system before the remake. DQ11's perfect. DQ11 is basically like, I think DQ11 is like up there with Final Fantasy X is like one of the greatest games ever made. And I think that is not the characters not being able to change jobs. The characters having their own specific toolkits is so fucking fire. You want to use every character because every character is good at specific things. Like Sylvando can get the very first AoE heal, right? This character is the only one that could do oomph. Even though they're like, your support character can't use oomph. You have to use your black mage to use oomph. Or something like that. It's like, so characters learn these really, they cover gaps in other characters, and it feels so fucking satisfying, bro. Dragon Quest 11 is so crazy good. It's so much reading. Just want to fight, explore dungeon, but still a problem with hallways. I don't agree. Towns and RPGs are some of the best parts of them to me. Sometimes it depends. I actually have a pretty big, like if I go to The Witcher, for example, Witcher 3, I fucking hate the cities in Witcher 3 because for me, they're just too fucking big. Like I don't want to, like they're like a whole biome and there's like all this stuff going on there. And it's like, it could be really immersive, but also I'm like, I like being out in the wilderness and I like having small towns of people with quests and people that you could talk to. But like this giant city always annoys me. All right, let me through. Can we go? You want me to go this way? No. What the fuck do they want? What do you want from me, game? Why won't you let me go? I guess you want me to go there without a party? So the game is telling me that they don't want me to go that direction, that they want me to go this direction, but without a party for no good reason. This game is so fucking, oh my god. I'm excited to get to the end of this game. I'll just say that. I'm hoping we get there this week. I'm hoping, all right? I'm on full tilt right now. Now we have a party. Thank you. Right, let's go. What is this? Not going there. Don't gotta go there. We're not going there. Let's go. We're so close to getting to the Empire. Or to like the rest of this area. where it reached a new town because I knew I had to talk to tons of NPCs again. Talking to NPCs is like such a fun part of the experience, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Like Final Fantasy VIII, that's like so much of the fun. There's so much lore and like clues and foreshadowing if you talk to these NPCs and you really kind of learn what's going on. It's so fucking fire. It's level 5. You know what? Before we fuck anything up, let's just go talk to him. Let's see if we can get a 4th one in there. This is so much weaker. I don't think I want it. Still the glass. So, am I crazy or is this bad? I know it's +1 hit. So that brings us down to 114. What did his old one do? It is 14 points stronger than this. I don't know. Maybe we just do it. It makes his 10 is... We'll take it. How much does it cost? Still losing, what, 36 points doesn't feel good. Put him here. Alright, well, go to the item shop. Alright, this is all that matters, right? Like, what is all this shit for? What do you want me to, what do you want me to put here? A second... troops? Okay. Okay. I wonder if you can have multiple weapon shops. But yeah, there's so much. If you go, like, if you just are in a town in Final Fantasy VIII, like in the garden, you could go back to the cafeteria like 9 times in these different, you don't have any indicator you can go that you should go, but you go back there, you'll get jokes about the hot dogs. You'll talk to a lady who talks about how she has this loser son who ended up becoming a serious person, and now she kind of misses him and stuff. And like, there's like, and then you can find the side story of all the people who are in love with your teacher, Quistis. Like, you can find so much just fun fucking lore, and like that's completely optional, but they put in so much love. It's like in Chrono Trigger, where it's like, if you go everywhere you're not supposed to go, but you can go, like the game will allow you, every time a story segment happens, 1, you could beat the game for a new ending. 2, you can also like, hey, go to this town right next to where you're at. You could go around, explore this, go through this jungle, end up in this other town that is not related, and they'll have dialogue. Like, what do you do? Like, hey, aren't you from this village? The town's up there. What are you doing? I'm so excited for this village and for this town. Lizard Man. Oh, did this guy drop the sword that I want? Fuck. Thank you for sending me to the default party, by the way, game. I appreciate that. Defense plus 20%? Shit. Easy, let's go. I think we hit these guys with fire, they become more resistant, or they double their EXP that they give us still. Let's try. Nope, these guys don't increase their fire. Vitalize! I feel like you like the Trail series. Yeah, the Trail series just looks so bad to me. I'm not saying it is bad, I'm saying it looks bad. It looks so anime tropey. Like the characters look so lame. Like they're all just, they just look like characters in an anime. It feels like it has no like sense of its own style. It's just like, it feels just like, I don't know, something generic when I look at it. I'm not saying it is, and that it isn't like got this flavor, but like there's so much style in some other games, that's all. Nothing. So this is the guy we got to get it from though, right? Let's change battle. Quit fucking up my party game. Let's go like this. Hello. Thank you. No, I don't want the instructions. It has most lines of text in any JRPG. That doesn't sound like a positive to me, in a sense. Like, I don't want to oversell how much I love this. I'm still gameplay over story, but I'm saying like finding a new town and getting some lore is a fun experience. But if it's a bunch of shit that's not funny and not interesting, then it annoys me and I stop listening to everything altogether. Can we get out of here? Nice. I wonder if we could do something with these wind boys. Yeah, you just attack everybody. Let's see what happens. Missed one. Why does everyone fucking miss so much in this game, bro? There's a certain amount of dialogue that is really enjoyable, and then it can also get really fucking annoying. But there's so much depth to Final Fantasy VIII's combats and systems and like mechanics. Like all you have to do is take those seed tests to realize how little you know about the game. Like I played the game a bunch. I still don't know. Like I know you could steal a steel pipe from a Wendigo, but I don't know. Still, like you take those seed tests. I don't pass them every time at all. All right, we'll look at you. Titan's boots. Sounds like an Enshin thing. Or you. You already got combat boots. You lose. Yeah, it's not enough for you. I guess we'll put it on you. Because this guy, I like him having a higher chance to hit. The other character, I like having the higher defense because he converts it into attack anyway. And copied them and made a list of the most pages. All Tales games are in the top 100 of most text. Several with over 1,000 pages. Oh my god. That sounds like fuck. And there's also like 100 of them. It sounds like fucking homework, bro. Is this Frogger? Put me back. I did not want to do that. Fuck. You ever played RimWorld per Platy? Yeah. Not actually, sorry. I haven't. I just don't really like those. I'm not a big fan of the management games where you manage a colony. I'm sure it's fun, but I don't think it's for me. My buddy loves it. I don't like simulation games for the most part. Like, you know, Dwarf Fortress and stuff like that. It's never really resonated with me. Even games with combat that kind of dabble in that, like Battle Brothers, I feel like kind of lose me a bit. I mean, I could probably get really into it, but I just don't think it's for me. Why is everyone missing so fucking much? I know we have the guy that lowers your hit chance, but you have a plus 25% chance to hit still too, buddy. Let me out of here. Please let me back to the entrance. Oh no. Did we fuck up? Stop that. We did fuck up. It's alright. It's not that hard to get back. Alright, this time avoid the thing. Just let it go. Thank you. We made it through. Let's go. All right, it's camp. Then we get rid of that poison. Evolves like every story dialogue, makes you read all the NPCs progress their own story too. That feels, there's a part of it where it's like it feels overwhelming for sure. Like I'm not saying that part is good, but it's all about having a balance. Like even like when I'm talking about Chrono Trigger, how you could do that, you get a couple tidbits of rewards, you know, from like, you know, 4 or 5 NPCs, but it's not like there's 100 NPCs all with their own developing stories. There might be like a couple. All right, we're going to Chiquitita here. But it's home. All right, that's cool. Can you get out of my fucking way, though? Why are you in the fucking middle of the road, bro? Damn right. Talk to Fu. He's a merchant that comes up here from the capital looking for stuff to trade for. Are you Fu? Plus 10 to the user's wisdom. Wait, this stuff's all good. Look, I know we got our fair fucking share of stupid ass, whatever they're called. Where are the weapons? Raptor claws. How about that? Take all 5 of them, bro. Take both of these. Take that. Get rid of that. I want this. Way better. The silver mail is 20 more defense on Ryu. I think I should sell something else for that. How much does this sell for? 50? Put it on you. There we go. I think we could already equip you with a better sword, right? You can equip the piercing edge. Yeah, you can even do the king's sword. Maybe the king's sword is the best. It's alright, we'll just equip you with that for now. We're unbearable. Every town had its own story. It was a text heavy. That's like the point of the game though, is the towns have their own arcs. The town is about it's like the towns have their own story that then leads into the bigger part of the story, and then you revisit them later to see how like their stories have progressed and stuff. Like that is a big part of the core of the game. Nope. Nope. Not fishing. I am Fu Chuman. You look like Android, whatever, 16, 17? 15? I don't know. You look like one of those androids from DBZ. You know which one I'm talking about just by looking at it. Search for these things. All right. What about a dragon? But business here, not being done. Need more items. You bring me filler. Kashka Village, there are ruins. Many rumors of treasure hidden inside. Kashka Village. Where the fuck is Kashka? Where the fuck is Kashka? Alright, someone give me some fucking pottery, bro. How did I never see this town? How did I get through this town without ever stopping here? No, just give me some pottery. Hopefully I don't need to find them all. This guy right here. Oh no. Never mind. I barely have enough money. Oh. Oh, yay. Okay, okay. It's not going to force me to find it within the context of this. This is good. We could just walk in here. Are they going to make me fish again for these specific items? Who are you? Yeah, right, buddy. Oh, is there something in here? No. Well, you're looking in the wrong spot, man. Oh. What about this? Whoa, this gun doesn't attack everybody. I didn't realize that only her one gun was AoE. Had I known, I probably would have changed something up for that 2-hit sword. We want to change our weapon back, but yeah, okay, we'll take a look. You said the lizard man has it. Stunned. Oh no! What are you gonna do? Go ahead and do the cyclone. 12 damage. Let's go. Popping off, bro. This guy's defense must be pretty good. Good hit. I know. I see the breakable wall. I've been in the combat the whole time. You have to use Enshin, huh? I hate the fucking controls in this game! I want you to take a step up and then look that direction. Okay. Also, why do you keep changing my party? Fucking get this fucker out of my fucking party, bro. God damn it. We want to switch your weapon back, though. It may be weaker, but this one attacks everyone. I didn't realize that I didn't realize that I had given her a weapon that hits everybody, and they normally don't. What? Oh, this isn't a transition screen, I suppose? Where am I? There's 0%. Okay, so this is kind of a puzzle. Here we go. Go ahead and do your burn. At least you can cyclone forever now. It's basically free, right? You walk in a direction you press, but I'm generally also not a fan of isometric movement. You do walk in the direction you press, but like there's, yeah, it's like, it's very weird. I don't feel that way in Path of Exile 2. But it's because it's orthogonal movement, right? It's like 8 directions. So it's like the movement in this game feels sus. What's going on here? Are we attacking or what? I guess we did. I don't even remember what happened. Are you guys dead or what? They hit so hard. Can you hit someone else, please? All right, we do get the combo this time. They're taking like no damage. But pixel art 2D is nice too. The pre-rendered backgrounds. I love the pre-rendered backgrounds of like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. They're so fucking... The game looks unparalleled. Like, unrealistically good still, I think. Yeah, we get it. You're a fucking badass. God, these guys have such high defense. Maybe they increased their defense on the first turn. I wasn't paying attention. Yay. I got a buckler. So we gotta fight more of those guys. I don't know the best way to kill them. Yeah, but we'll find out. Find out what their weaknesses are. I have no idea where I am. One bad thing about just kind of randomly pushing forward, huh? Mindless puppets controlled by a hidden master, huh? Well, maybe you actually can target them then? Oh, it says there's one puppeteer, one decoy. God, they get hit. Why do you hit her a little bit less hard? Okay. Well, now it says that we only have the decoy, that the puppeteer died. I don't even know. Kind of weird. Star Ocean 2 has the best presented background, in my opinion. The original one. Yeah, I think it looks alright. I don't think it's quite on the same level, but you know. If you look at the fucking scenes in Final Fantasy VIII, in Final Fantasy VII too, those rooms inside of Midgar, the amount of detail that are in all of those fucking rooms is just unbelievable. How the fuck do I get out of here? The in Final Fantasy VIII, you go into the bars, the inns. Just like everywhere you go is so much fucking flavor and lore, and it's so good. I don't know what these guys do, but they seem like pushovers. Guess we're going back up. This is going to take a little bit longer than I thought it would, I'll be honest. Okay. Okay, so this is the wrong way to go, I get the feeling. Also, the two of the greatest RPGs of all time both give you the ability to turn off random encounters. And that's Final Fantasy VIII, you can turn off random encounters pretty much whenever you want. And Final Fantasy X, you get it by the later part of the game. I think mostly for balance, though. His wisdom just cannot beat his attack, no matter how hard you try. Am I crazy, or is this all just like we're not supposed to even be down there? I'm so fucking lost in this fucking dungeon, bro. Oh, here, sorry. We start with you. You know what? Do the Eddie last. Sure, why not? You could turn off random encounters. You have the it's even better than being able to turn off random encounters. You can in the remakes and stuff anyway, like in the Steam versions. But it's extra good in like Final Fantasy VIII because you don't need to do that. You have a option once you get Diablos, which you get very early in the game from getting the magic lamp and defeating it in there. He unlocks half encounter rate, and then he unlocks full ignore encounter. So for 50 hours of your playthrough, you could just be ignoring combat entirely. You need to go down there. You need to jump. I looked. I didn't see anything. Also, I've only got 10 minutes. We gotta leave. I don't have enough time to finish this. It would be fun to fail to flee from a treasure chest. I gotta find out how to get out of here pretty quick. There we go. Actually, that was easier than I thought. Not as confusing as I thought. 12 damage, huh? Alright, let's just run. Mimic rare encounter? Fuck it. We don't want that shit. You just leave it. Alright. I've never failed a flea yet. It seems like you have a pretty high chance. Alright, so let's go and do this. It seems like we're done with the fairy village. The fairy village is so... It's fine, but there's not a lot of depth to it. I mean, unless there's like other stuff there that I'm not doing that's really important. So far, the fairy magic hasn't come into handy yet. I don't know if it just happens randomly or if I have to choose something with like Ryu to like do it. There we go. 20 hours in. I think we're getting pretty close to the end. I think another 8 hours, you know, 2 more streams, 6 to 8 hours. I think we'll get there. But for today, I'm going to eat some lunch. I'm going to get ready for work. And yeah, also I'm just going to kind of chill. That way I'm always either streaming or making YouTube videos. So I'm going to just take a half hour to kind of just be with myself for a little bit. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We will be back with this game. You learn from the Fairy Master. All right. It says you could use fairy magic and it would help you. I don't know who the Fairy Master is. We'll have to do that. Let's do RPG tier list maker. We go. Maybe it was JRPG. We'll go to template. Sorry, template. And Breath of Fire went up to the top of low tier. I'm dropping it back down again. Yesterday was a pretty good day. It's where the game, it was easily the most fun. Today, it's closer to being down here, I think. Yeah, something like that. All right. Anyway, guys. You think in the fairy shop is the lazy fairy item shop? I will I will check that once we get the fairy thing leveled up. I'll see if I can find any good healing items, because AoE healing is the only part that the game doesn't really have. And I think if you don't have AoE healing, making really hard boss fights is much harder, because if they ever have an AoE attack that hits multiple characters, you don't really have a way to recover from that unless you move them all to the back line. And then, like, there are ways around it, because that is kind of a form of healing, but not perfect. Anyway, guys, much love. For Platypus, for Platypus. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. More Breath of Fire 4, getting near the end at this point. We have all besides the Forest Dragon, which I think we could go find a way to get. We'll have to figure that out next time. Anyway, peace out.